All right, welcome guys. Welcome. Welcome to the mystical and esoteric Bible teacher platform. How are you guys doing today? Welcome guys. I would want us to look at the esoteric meaning. Esoteric meaning of Esau and Jacob. Like I said, on this channel we're going to be doing a lot of breakdown of the Bible when it comes to the inner meanings and the codes, symbols, names, and all these things that you have in the Bible. We're never actually taught some of these things. We're just given a vague idea of what the Bible was all about us at that time. But I haven't gone through a lot of enlightenment lately, and also learning, unlearning, relearning, and all that. Let's look at the esoteric meaning of Esau and Jacob, as it were. Okay, the mystery of conscious and subconscious mind. The mystery, all right, of conscious and subconscious mind. The mystery of conscious and subconscious mind. Now, in a mystical sense, the story of Esau and Jacob isn't just about two brothers. Listen very carefully. I would want us to, because it's mind-blowing. Really mind-blowing. It's not just about two brothers. It's an allegory. Is it allegory or allegory? I don't know. Someone help me in the comment section. Is it allegory? I mean allegory. Whatever. It's an allegory or allegory of the inner workings of consciousness. That's that story, esoterically. Isaac, the father, represents the universe or God consciousness. Follow me closely. Follow me closely. Isaac, the father, reps the father, right? Reps the universe, represents the universe or God consciousness. Blah blah blah. The creating power that is blind to form but responsive to feeling. That's Isaac. The creative power that is blind to form but responsive to feeling. Isaac cannot see. Mind you, Isaac cannot see. He only can sense. He can only sense, just as the universe cannot distinguish between what is real or imagined, only what is felt. So that's who Isaac is. Now, Esau symbolizes the outer man, the conscious man. The conscious mind tied to the senses, effort, and visible reality. That's Esau. Jacob represents the inner man, the subconscious mind, and the realm of imagination. So, we know who Isaac is. Now Esau, as it were, reps your conscious mind that's only tied to senses, all right, to effort and visible reality. So it is only moved by the things he sees. That's Esau. He's only moved by, like the conscious man. He can only be moved by the things that he sees. That is Esau. Now let's look at Jacob. Don't forget, we are looking at the esoteric meanings of some of these stories that we're not taught when we're in our church Sunday schools, right? Now Jacob reps the inner man. That inner man, the subconscious mind, it represents the subconscious mind. That man within that is only moved by imagination. He only imagines. Imagination and belief. All right? Imagination and belief. So when scriptures says Jacob I loved but Esau I hated, it speaks to this eternal truth. The subconscious, which is Jacob, the world of feeling and imagination, is the channel through which creation occurs, while the conscious, Esau, only perceives what's already been made manifest. All right? Now, Jacob's act of disguising himself as Esau by wearing the hairy skin of a goat is a metaphysical symbol. All right? It's a metaphysical symbol. Okay? Now, to receive the blessing or manifestation, you must clothe yourself in the feeling of your desired state. I'll go back to it. Now, Jacob's act of disguising himself as Esau by wearing the hairy skin of a goat is a metaphysical symbol. And this is what it represents. To receive the blessing or manifestation, you must clothe yourself in the feeling of your desired state. You must supplant the old identity. You must supplant the old identity. That means that you must close your eyes to the outer nature of man. You must supplant the old identity. Old identity. Esau. Now, to receive the blessing, you must let go Esau. You must let go Esau. And of course, we know what Esau represents: the outer man, the man outside, the man of facts. And assume the new identity, Jacob, the man of imagination. Esau, man of facts, senses. Jacob, man of imagination. He imagines with strong belief and faith. He works from within. He creates from within. Esau creates from without. So for you to get the blessings, the things that are yours, you must supplant your Esau by picking up your Jacob. Now, the blind universe responds to your state of being, not your words or struggles. Are you listening? The blind universe responds to your state of being, not your words or struggles. So create your reality. Or rather, so to create your reality, you must do as Jacob did. Put on the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Become the state inwardly. All right? Become the state inwardly. Put on the feeling of your wish fulfilled. So your state inwardly, your Jacob state inwardly through imagination. All right? Put on that you want to be using your imagination, your Jacob. All right? Put on the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Become the state inwardly. And the universe, though blind, the universe, don't forget we talked about the universe being Esau, Isaac, all right, blind. So to create a reality, you must do as Jacob did. Put on the feeling of your wish fulfilled, become that state inwardly. And the universe, though blind, will bless you accordingly. Will bless you accordingly. All right, so that's just basically what that story is all about. That's basically what that story is all about. So let's summarize it quickly. All right, so Jacob I loved, but Esau I hated. What if this ancient story wasn't about two men, but about you and the two sides of your own consciousness? The two sides of your own consciousness. Two sides of your own consciousness. Yeah, that's the outer one, which is Esau, and the inner one, inner man, which is Jacob. All right? But about you and the two sides of your own consciousness. Now, in the esoteric realm, the story of Esau and Jacob reveals one of the greatest spiritual secrets about creation, manifestation, and the human mind. This whole story about Esau, Jacob, and Isaac talks about the secrets, esoterically, don't forget, the secrets of creation. All right, manifestation, and finally the human mind. And finally the human mind. So Isaac, their father, represents the universe. Don't forget, we are summarizing so that you get to understand it closely. Represents the universe or God, blind not with weakness but with neutrality. All right, with neutrality. That's who Isaac is. The universe is neutral. Isaac, neutral. How? Being blind, and that represents the universe. God, consciousness, blah blah blah, or the universe. The universe is neutral. It doesn't recognize your effort. It doesn't recognize your struggle. It doesn't recognize the things that you do on the outside. What the universe recognizes is your vibration within. What you're creating from within through imagination and also through your creative ability, belief, faith, that whatever it is that you are thinking on the inside with time show up on the outside. Now you see, the universe doesn't see appearances. It responds only to feeling, to the vibration you occupy. Esau symbolizes your conscious mind. Hello, listen. Esau symbolizes your conscious mind, the part of you that sees, works, struggles, and reacts to the visible world. That's Esau. Jacob, on the other hand, is the subconscious mind, the hidden self, the dreamer, the inner realm of imagination, where creation begins. When Jacob disguised himself as Esau to receive his father's blessings, it wasn't deception, it was a metaphysical act. All right? It was a metaphysical act. He clothed himself in the feeling of the desired state, putting himself in the feeling of the desire. Don't forget, all along, Jacob had actually represented the man within. You always see Esau would walk all day and come home with nothing. He comes home with nothing. All right? He comes home with all in struggle. He will still come back home, he not get anything. But this is Jacob in a relaxed state, in a still state, quiet state, having fun, just relaxing, has everything. So that's what the Bible was trying to tell us, that the outer man cannot succeed by efforting. The outer man that Esau represents cannot succeed by struggle. He sees, and those things he sees, he reacts to. But Jacob doesn't see on the outside. Your inner man sees within, and from within creates. All right, so when Jacob disguised himself as Esau to receive his father's blessing. It wasn't deception, it was a metaphysical act. I'll say it again. He clothed himself in the feeling of the desired state. He became what he wished to express. Now, the sheep's fall Jacob wore represents the assumption. The sheep's fall worn by Jacob represents assumption. All right? Represents assumption. The belief, clothe yourself in that fall of your desired state. Clothe yourself in that fall of your desired state. And if you can do that long enough, the blessings that the universe that you're longing for will be given to you. Yes, because the universe is blind, it's neutral. It doesn't recognize your efforting and your struggling. No. It's from within. It has a connection with your power within, not outside you. As a matter of fact, before long, or before I started to work on myself as an individual and being enlightened, I'd always struggled. We're never taught in our churches that that's how it works. So we walk all day and come back without nothing. Why? Because we're creating from the outside. We're creating like man rather than creating like God. How does God create? He imagines. He imagines. He assumes that state of what wish fulfilled. He assumes the state of the wish fulfilled. Now, the sheep's fall, like I said, worn by Jacob, represents the assumption, the belief, the emotional state that convinces the blind universe of your identity. All right? It convinces the blind universe of your identity. Now, this is the mystery of manifestation. To receive the blessing, you must become the state you wish to experience. All right? To receive the blessing, you must become the state you wish to experience. The universe, like Isaac, will bless the version of you that feels real. Blesses the version of you that feels real. You cannot tell the difference between fact and faith. All right? You cannot tell between what is imagined or what is real. That's the universe. So when scripture says it cannot tell the difference between fact and faith, only the frequency. Wow, I shouldn't have missed that. Only the frequency you're vibrating on. The universe, sorry for that, the universe only understands your vibrational state. The universe only understands your vibrational state, your state of being. Your state of being, the state at which you are vibrating, your frequency. That's what the universe understands. He's blind, he's neutral. All right? So for you to get the blessing, because the universe is blind, is that you must put on that fall. Because the only way the universe can bless you is through feelings, an emotional state, a state of being, vibrationally. Okay? So I repeat, the universe, like Isaac, will bless the version of you that feels real. You cannot tell the difference between fact and faith, only the frequency you embody. So when scripture says, Jacob I loved, but Esau I hated, it simply reveals that imagination and feeling, the inner Jacob, imagination and feeling, that's Jacob. Jacob representing imagination and feeling. And feeling. That's who Jacob is. All right? And more powerful than are more powerful. So what it's saying is Jacob that represents the imagination and feeling, because that's basically what the universe understands. Feelings. Your imagination, your feelings based on your belief, strong emotional state, energy in motion of the wish fulfilled, of the blessings that you want to experience. But while Esau, the outer man, is more of efforting. They run up and down, thinking that life starts from the outside. If I'm able to do this, I know if I'm able to get enough money, I know I can start a business. If I'm able to, is actually acting from a place of having rather than acting from a place of being. If you're acting from a place of having, that's Esau for you, ladies and gentlemen. Acting from a state of being, that is Jacob. Because acting from a state of being is your imagination, the power within you to create the things that you want without having to see anything on the outside. Alright? So you're looking at your being from the inside to create the things that you want to have on the outside. While Esau, on the other hand, wants to first see before he creates. And this leads to struggle. This leads to effort. And the universe doesn't recognize this. No matter how much church we go, no matter how much prayers, no matter how much of those fasting and all that BS that we do in church, it doesn't work that way. The universe doesn't recognize all this effort. You're cleaning of the church, you're sweeping of the cathedral. No. Because sometimes in those days we used to think that's what God was looking at. Go to church regularly, pay your tithe and pay your offering and all that, and then He sees you and then blesses you. No, the universe doesn't know that. What the universe recognizes is your being state, your state of being, the state at which you are vibrating. You're vibrating in faith, you're vibrating in certainty, you're vibrating in the knowingness, in the awareness that you are God and that the things that you want is already yours, even without seeing it. So like I said, Jacob I love, but Esau I hated, simply reveals the imagination and feeling, the inner Jacob, and more powerful than efforts and reasoning, the outer Esau. Alright, now listen. To change your life, you must supplant the old state and wear the new one. To change your life radically, to stop efforting, to stop struggling, you must go within you and change that state of fear, that state of lack, that state of scarcity, that state of feeling that you must first have things. You have to get out of that state and go into the state you want, the state that you want, the state of the wish fulfilled. Now, he said that you must supplant the old state and wear the new one. Just as Jacob did, step into the feeling of your wish fulfilled and let the blind universe recognize you by vibration or by sight. And recognize you by vibration or by sight. Because what you feel to be true, okay, what you feel to be true becomes true. What you feel to be true from within you becomes true. Now, if this message awakened something within you, subscribe to the Mystical and Esoteric Bible Teacher platform. There's a lot more that we're going to be talking on this channel. I'm going to be revealing a lot of esoteric and mystical meanings of the Bible, so that you start to relate with God as being your Father. Start to relate with God as being something within you and not something outside in disguise. All right. I don't want to stay too long on this because we have the next one coming. All right. Having said this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next one. And then please don't mind the noise. I'll try and work on that in the next episode. But keep being yourself and keep becoming the things that you want to be from the inside. And join me as we uncover more hidden meanings and mystical truths from the sacred word. And remember, the mystery is not out there. The mystery is not out there. It's all within you. It's all within you. All right. Bye, guys. Bye.